Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned in to ESPRESS-O with LANLEEZE. This is episode 17. What's going on, everybody? Did you get hit by a car today? Because LANLEEZE did. Thank you for joining. What the fuck just happened? What the hell is going on? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? What's going on, everybody? And welcome to another episode of ESPRESS-O with me, LANLEEZE. I just got hit by a car. Ain't no other way to, you know what I mean, say that. On my way to the grocery store, I was walking to the grocery store, still don't have a car. And I was on my way to the grocery store, and on the way back, I saw a scooter and was like, fuck it, let me go ahead and take the scooter back. Now, mind you, I ride these scooters all over the city. I'm actually a pretty good scooter rider, and my anxiety makes me very aware of any potholes and all that shit. I rarely slip up unless it's like the ground or leaves, but I'm usually good at catching myself if I do fall, and that rarely happens. But anyway, on the way back, I'm going down the road and down the sidewalk, and I see a car. I see a car in the distance, and I'm really good at looking out. So I start to slow down as I'm getting close, thinking that this motherfucker sees me. So I was like, well, I'm just going to go right around in front of him. This person was pulling out of their driveway, I'm assuming, and I know exactly where they live. They don't live anywhere. They live pretty close to me, but he was pulling out, and I hit my brakes and noticed that he was blocking the sidewalk, so I have to go in front of him. Thinking that he saw me, I pull in front of him, and he kept driving and fucking knocked me down and fucked the scooter up. Scooter still worked, so I drove it home, but I am about to call them to get my money back and act like the whole shit fucked up for 10 minutes, but knocked me down. I was not hurt at all, not that I knew of. I can feel a little sprain in my leg right now, but that's only probably from me catching myself. But I wasn't hurt or nothing. He gets out the car and he's all like, oh, I'm sorry. I truly did not know what to do in that moment because I felt a lot of different emotions. You know, I felt a lot of like a little bit of anger, and then also like, well, shit, I'm not hurt. Then also the next thought was like, then what the fuck do I do? Do I get information or whatever? Or, I'm on a scooter. I don't own the scooter either. So I don't know if there's anything really for me to do. I wasn't hurt. I didn't want to fight. I know that knowing myself, if I had a gun on me, I probably would have just pulled it out and just to threaten because I was angry. Oh! But I was mad, and he just kept saying sorry and all this shit. And I'm just sitting here like, well, what the fuck do I do here? Like, I didn't say anything to him the whole time he's saying sorry. I'm just silent, trying to gather my thoughts and see what the fuck do I do from there. But I was already on the way home and was about to do some shit, and I'm just like, okay, well, fuck. I'm just like, you good, bro? And I just left. And part of me regrets that exchange, but another part of me is like, what the fuck else was I supposed to do? Called my wife, told her I almost lost my life. She told me I should have got the information because they could have, paid for any doctor visits and all that shit. But, I'm not thinking that because I'm not hurt. And I just wasn't thinking that. So I don't know. What the hell would you do in that situation? But he straight up hit me. Like, Scooter was under his car. And if there was a car coming that way, I definitely would have been dead. So it made me think about how quick life can go, and it made me really think about time wasted and not wasting time, because we don't have to waste time. And just like I said last time, sometimes we sit here and think things take months and years and all that shit, but sometimes shit don't take that long. If you working or working at something or being consistent, just do everything. Just do. Even the people on the internet, you see motherfuckers getting famous on the internet, they say just post. Just post shit. So, yeah. Started off my shit like that, and that was right before I came in to do the goddamn podcast. Oh! Shit is absolutely wacky, but I truly didn't know what to do. I'm not even really mad now because I don't know. Now, I'm just waiting to see if I have any injuries, and the only thing I feel is like my leg, and it doesn't hurt. It just feel like I did something. Something hit it or something, but it doesn't hurt. So hopefully that doesn't develop into something else, because one time my wife fell off the scooter and I thought she was dead. This was one of the scariest things in my fucking life, honestly. We was on the new scooters where you can sit down on it. And were we sitting down? Yeah, you could sit down on it. And I think I told her to be careful up front or whatever. There was a dip in the road. Oh, my God. I barely even like talking about it because this shit's so vivid in my head. But anyway, she went over the bars from a dip in the road, didn't have a helmet on, busted her head on the concrete, and blood was gushing out of the side of her fucking head. I'm talking, this shit was like a fucking movie, and she could not see. She was like unconscious, couldn't breathe, like, I don't even know. And I'm screaming for help. People are coming on, telling me to put shit on her and all this. Luckily, we kept pressure on her head. And the ambulance had came, and they were like, they had start questioning her. And they asked her where she lived. And she looked at me like she didn't know. And I was like, oh, fuck. She gone. She's gone. She is gone. They asked her when she was born. She couldn't tell them. And I was like, oh, my fucking God. Then the doctors, they assured me that she was going to be fine. They talking about they saw shit like that all the time. And she ain't been right ever since. Oh! No. She's fine, though. Luckily. And that was so fucking scary. So it will not stop me from getting on scooters. But honestly, the more I think about it, I'm like, you know, we're humans. Y'all created this scooter shit and y'all got it around the city. Make a goddamn lane like y'all did the fucking bikers. Do something. They even tell you not to ride it on the sidewalk, but what the fuck we supposed to do? You ride in the street, people act like you're not supposed to be in the street. Oh. You ride on the sidewalk, you get hit by a fucking car. So, yeah, that shit was stupid. But something real dope, though, that I fucking saw. I'm a UFO dude. You know, my whole life I've been looking at UFOs and looking at all type of shit. And I look at videos and I see them all the time. I seen the ones that been debunked. I seen the ones that people are just like, I can't explain what this is. I seen videos of people going in areas where they say is heavily UFO, or, you know, UFO sightings are pretty common in some of these places. But anyway, I see a random video on, and let me say this before I say that too. I've seen so many types of them. I still don't know if it's aliens or what. I've seen the little orbs that look like balls. I've seen the shit zooming in the fucking sky past shit. I seen the shit that's like trailing airplanes and things like that. And I seen there's one that's very popular. They call the Tic Tac shaped UFO. They see those a lot. I seen a whole bunch of them. But the other day, somebody's random page on TikTok, this guy's a aviation dude. He goes flying. His page is nothing about UFOs. It's literally all flying videos, but he shot a video that he caught a UFO zooming past his plane, and he slows it down. When I tell you, you can see this motherfucker, I was like, that's the best fucking footage I ever seen right there. You literally can see this bitch in the air. You can see almost how it's built. And I can't even explain it. Honestly, it almost looked like it uses wind to propel itself or some shit or something like that. Like, because it has this really big opening in the back. But this video is 1,000% real. You can see the reflection of the sun on the fucking UFO. That's how fucking good this is. It is for sure, hands down, the best video I've seen. And it is not even, it's not even popular right now. It's not even getting popular right now. I mean, it has 1 million views on his page. But these other UFO sites, I start looking up more photos, and like there's photos from the 50s that look really good too. And it'd be hard for them to fake the ones in the 50s, but it ain't nothing like the shit I saw. I'll post that shit on the internet. I'll send it to whoever the fuck want to see it, but I might post it. I'm gonna post it on the thing, but that shit is by far one of the craziest things I've ever seen. It is pretty dope. And it just shows me that video right there proved to me something is doing something. If it's not a alien inside of it, then it's fucking unmanned or unaliened. And something is controlling that motherfucker. Because that bitch zoomed past so quick and he fucking caught it. I was like, wow. And it was so fast that even in his slowed down frame rate, each frame, this bitch moves like a lot of inches. It's not like a little bit to where you could pause the frame and see it. It's like 3 fucking frames in slow mo. That's how fast that shit is. But when you pause it, he got it. It's pretty fucking incredible. And it just it shows me something out there. I mean, I've always thought something was out there. I never didn't believe about that, but that video is pure insanity. And I'm hoping I hope after I talk about this, more people see it, because that's almost better than that fucking video. You know, the one with the Air Force had put with showing that the UFO changing directions and going against the wind and all that shit. That's cool too. But y'all still can't see the shit or what's happening. I don't know what the fuck this video is.
Unidentified.
It's dope as fuck. They're out there. The motherfucking aliens are out there. So, I want y'all to look that up when you can, because that is the best. And speaking of UFOs, the fake ones is flying around this bitch ass country because China has been spying on us. These motherfuckers got these balloons floating around and everybody been making a big deal about it. I'm going to tell you the truth about how I feel. I don't know. I don't give a fuck about them balloons. I want them to just do something. I'm glad that he shot it down because I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what China's doing. But China is getting real aggressive because they want to do the same shit Russia's doing. And they sending all these tests and testing our patience because they want to fucking invade Taiwan. And that's when the world goes into the craziest of wars. And it needs to be stopped. I personally think we just need to strong arm China. I don't know. I'm not in the government, so there's where I am. But there is no doubt that China is spying on us. I definitely think that they are spying, whether it be through TikTok or balloons floating in the air. Then you got all these bitch ass Republicans, of course. I'm really tired of talking about them too, because we can end them easy. They talking about how the balloon, they were all mad that Joe Biden took forever to shoot the balloon down, but the motherfucker did say he asked him to shoot it down Wednesday, and they advised him not to do it because they said it would be they didn't know if it was debris was gonna fall over him and all this bullshit. So they waited till the bitch got over the water and did it. Come to find out, there was 3 goddamn spy balloons happening during Trump's presidency, and he did nothing about it. Duh! And you know why he did nothing about it? China should be our friends. Man, shut the fuck up. Bitch. The fact that this man is not locked up yet is infuriating. Really is. It really is infuriating. And we have to fucking start getting... I really just want the people to get aggressive. Speaking of aggression, I'm going to play this clip that the person who I'm about to play this is Charleston White talking. And he's talking about the black people killing each other. And, you know, he on some... He say a lot of shit about fuck George Floyd and all this shit. But a lot of what he's saying is true, and I've been saying it forever. Especially when he talk about George Zimmerman.
So fuck that nigga. Any other nigga that rides with all weak ass niggas. The niggas I know would have made that white boy put his gun and shoot, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. Same with Mike Brown. Don't no nigga throw his hands up in the air and white boys on your back choking you, nigga. Bye. Weak ass niggas. I don't give a fuck. I killed a white man, nigga. A white man. A white man. A white man, nigga. A white man, though. Okay. Nigga, it's easy to kill a black man. You niggas ain't rose up not one time for your race. George Zimmerman. Nigga ain't putting down a hit out on George. But you niggas killing each other every goddamn day. Nigga, when George living, George Zimmerman living, you burnt your city down for a nigga that didn't even have the will to live. Say, homie, fuck that police station. You ain't killed no white folk. White folk killing us. They ain't burning down buildings. They killing niggas. Y'all ain't killing them. You get mad at the white man and go burn his building down, bust windows. You get mad at a nigga, you make his mama cry forever. What I know, I got something they can't beat me with. See, all these bitch ass niggas hollering about this street shit, they just a kill. They might go to jail, but they won't call the police. The very thing they scared of. I know they scared.
Ew. Oh. What we talking about in Black History Month? That. And he was real passionate about it. But I've been saying that about George Zimmerman. Ever since that shit had happened and all this shit happened, I'm like, where is the revenge? Y'all out here killing each other? Where's the fucking revenge? Damn. Like, we really can't. That shit. It is infuriating. But when I saw that, I was like, bruh, it touched me. Because I already know. We know. So, I hope that y'all get right. Revenge 2023. That's what I'm on. I don't know if y'all been on that fucking chat GPT. And of course I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to flex because I've been on it. No. Chat GPT is straight though. I actually have used it a few times for a handful of things because that bitch will write a sponsorship request letter for you in no time. It'll do everything for you. It'll do a whole lot for you, and I'm down for it. People scared of it though. A lot of people think that AI is coming for our jobs, and I start thinking about that shit too because I'm like, okay, well, these rich people are trying to always figure out a cheaper way to do shit. But do we not run the AI? Did we not create it?
Right?
Or let's just say you have because they do have a McDonald's somewhere that doesn't really have workers in it. But I'm like, so what's happening though? You still got to pay somebody. The whole shit can work and cook the food, put it in the bag, but as soon as it fuck up, then what? Y'all just having no people at work? No. They're going to say, oh, we have less people at work, though. Less money. Motherfucker, that shit sound like it's all breaking out even.
Even Steven.
To me. Just like I've watched a lot of shit about AI and coming for jobs because they definitely, not just AI, but robots, but they are putting a lot of them in restaurants. And I don't know. When I think about like a pizza, I want a handmade pizza. We see what the machine pizzas do because I'm almost certain that the machine pizzas is them fucking frozen pizzas. So I rather have a person make my shit. But I don't know if this shit's actually gonna take that many jobs. But honestly, what the fuck are y'all gonna do if nobody is working? Cause they can't buy your fucking product. I just really feel like rich people about to end up tapping out that 1%, and we can come for them. We really can. We got to band together. But they're going to tap out. And I know that tapping out is coming. Like when I think about that, I keep saying like, what the fuck matters to you? What matters to you in your life? Because at the end of the day, think about it. Nothing truly matters like in this world, but we make things matter for our own life. But what matters to me is anything that has to do with my life, like what I'm living and I'm living. You know what I'm saying? Like, like for example, taxes. I can't say I don't give a fuck about taxes. I mean, I don't, but it's affecting my life. So I will get mad at the fact that we have bullshit taxes or they're not using taxes for what the fuck they supposed to be using for and all this shit. Like, I don't know. I think about shit like that. But what really matters? Do material things really matter that much to you? Do you want all that shit? Or do you want what matters? You want to travel the world? Because I think about, they tell you, what's the meaning of life is what they like to say. What's the meaning? I learned a long time ago that there's no real meaning. And if there is a meaning, the meaning is just to live. Experience Earth. Because there's shit people still haven't discovered. There's so much. And it's because we've created all this popularity contest bullshit here.
Yeah.
I know I talk about that a lot, but that is what's important to me. That shit is important because I see things that can be changed but don't get changed. And that is probably the most frustrating thing about human society, especially Americans, because it's mostly in America where that fucking kind of mentality is. Everybody be scared some places, but you know, like this whole fucking country is just a big fucking racist money making joke. 1% rich as fuck, everybody else struggling. They said like 60% of Americans is now living paycheck to paycheck. Even people making $100,000 a year. That I don't understand, but it's happening. Unless they bills, I don't fucking know. Because if you're making $100,000 a year and you living paycheck to paycheck, to me, you might have to not live where you're at. I don't know. I don't know people's situations, so I'm not gonna get into that. But that's what's happening right now. This whole country is just history of racism. You know, this lady posted the origins of the N-word, and everything she said, I pretty much already knew. It only took common sense to know this shit. Take a guess right now. Where do you think the N-word came from? Okay, I gave you a second. In Spanish, negra is black. Negro, negra is black. Okay? Now, remember, this is slave era. And they kept calling that's how they distinguish black people, was negras and negro, whatever. It just means black. But when they got to the southern people, of course they don't want to say it right. What are they saying, a nigger? So that's what it was. And now it just became racist. And then black people said, oh, I want to own this horrible shit. And then we started calling ourselves niggers. I don't, though, but that's what it is. History. History in America. That's where we at. Yeah. It's wild. But what matters to you? You know who else? Well, Ticketmaster is in court right now. Ha ha! But I know you motherfuckers is trying to scramble up money for this Beyonce tour. The way I see people talking about this Beyonce tour, I'm like, woo! I already know Ticketmaster over here raping people for ticket prices. I can't wait to see who coming up with this money for this. Because you motherfuckers keep acting like you are not broke. Numbers and everything is fucked up in this country. And y'all know, that's the thing. Y'all, people just be lying anyway. But people also just do what they want. And I can't be mad at motherfuckers just trying to live too. Because me and my homie talking about going to a boxing match right now. And I know them tickets ain't cheap. I don't really have the money for it. But sometimes if you plan ahead, you can save up. And I'm pretty sure some people just saying fuck it, skipping rent and all type of shit. I've been through that stress of the not having the money and then just doing something and worrying about it later. And that's cool sometimes because you only get one life. So I am all for just take the fucking experience. But also, remember what's after that shit. Remember, what's next. And what's next is you about to owe some fucking money. You know? That's how these motherfuckers get you every time. But yeah. Hopefully, I'm gonna see. I'm not going to Beyonce. I've seen, I haven't even seen Beyonce by herself, but I've actually seen Destiny Child in concert twice, which is wild. And it was fun. I'm not a hater. I'm a hater on some of y'all who I know is about to fucking scrape this money up to go see Beyonce. Beyonce. You know? Did you see that thing about the man who was friend zoned and so he sued the girl? My guy. I'm giving snaps because I can't applause. I'm holding the mic. My guy. You know why he's my guy? Because I'm friend zone God. Or at least I used to be in school. When I was in high school, part of me was for sure that the friend zone was a way to talk to women. And it's not. They just always see you as a friend or a little brother. I hated that shit. When I heard the little brother shit, I'm like, bitch, I'm trying to goddamn. Not your goddamn little brother. But yeah, they always used to say that shit. They be like, that's my little brother. Like, no, bitch. I'm a grown dick. Oh, man, yeah. But I know about that friend zone shit. I thought that I can get the girls by being in the friend zone, but it just never works like that. You just become closer friends. Some girls will give you a chance after they done mess around with the fuck boys, and then they'll be like, you know what? He really likes me. That's what y'all got to understand, too. Some people do, like, get with somebody who fucking likes you a lot. Not someone that you just like. Well, I mean, you got to like the person, but you know what I mean. Like, get with people who fucking like you, who like you for you.
Yeah.
And everything about it just natural. You know? Do that.
Do it.
And speaking of love, the test are in. What test, you might ask? The horoscope. It's a study, actually. And it said that people who... It says something that people who live by horoscopes are stupid, essentially, or something like that. And I don't really believe in horoscopes at all because it doesn't naturally make sense. Let me see what that study said. Let me see. It said horoscopes make, or it said people tend to be more or did it say conceited? Yeah. So it says study finds people who believe in astrology are less intelligent and more narcissistic. Is that you? Anybody? Said the main results showed that the higher the narcissism, perhaps surprisingly, the higher the belief in astrology. The positive association is possibly due to the self-centered worldview uniting them, though this must be examined in further research. Oh! Sound like y'all out there being stupid. Dumbass. And narcissists, I can kind of see the narcissistic part for some people, but yeah. Some of y'all, oh man, I know so many people, mostly black people, be living life based off that shit. Don't do that. Let's not do that. Let's stop that 2023. Let's do these same things. Well, I guess my time is up. But think about what the fuck I said. Don't get hit by no goddamn cars like me. But yeah, next week I'll be back here. And we talking about some other shit like what?